All right, boys and girls, today we're going to talk about our multiplication facts, okay? What are we learning? What is multiplication about? What do we know? Akira, what do you know about multiplication?
You put numbers into equal groups.
Equal groups. And what are we breaking it apart, or are we putting them together? So are we getting a bigger number when we multiply, or are we getting a smaller number? A bigger number. A bigger number. What does multiplication kind of remind you of? Repeated addition. What does that mean? Tell me more.
And you keep adding until you get the answer.
Okay. Anybody else have something different than what Caleb said?
If you have 3 times 4, you'll add 3 4 times.
You can add 3 4 times. So what does multiplication tell me? It's how many what? You said you had 3 times 4. What does that times tell me?
2. To the times that you're going to put them into groups.
Groups of. Very good, very good. So you're telling me that you can add 4 3 times and you would get the same answer as 3 times 4, correct? All right, who can tell me my learning target today? Jackson?
I can
Fluently? Sheena made a mistake. Look at that. Multiply. I put multiple. Well, hey, at least you got the gist of it, right? Multiply 2 single what?
Digit factors.
Now, what does that mean? Michaela? Fantastic. The factors are 2 numbers in a multiplication sentence. So, before you leave 3rd grade, you need to be able to multiply fluently. When you're reading and your teacher tells you that you're fluently reading, what does that mean?
You have it memorized.
You can pretty much have it memorized. You don't have to stop and think, okay, well,
Mr. Carl Brantley, please come to the office. Mr. Carl Brantley.
You don't have to do that, right? You can see C-A-N and you memorize that and it says can. Well, fluently multiply, that tells you to say, see, 5 times 3, and you know automatically it's 15 without having to go 5, 10, 15. Now, when you're learning them, is it okay to do that? Yes. But as we practice this unit and we go through it, you should be by the end fluently multiplying most, if not all, of the numbers fluently, easy, without having to say, okay, well, let me draw my array or whatever, okay? Today we're going to practice making arrays with our linking cubes, okay? To practice this sooner, okay? Is this just playing with blocks? No, there's a reason and behind what we're doing, okay? So let's keep in mind what our learning target is today. Okay, for my boys, I'm going to give you one over here. For my girls, I'm going to give you one over here so that we are not doing the same one. We are working more than one fact, okay? So my boys, I would like for you to do an array. Now, who can tell me what an array is again? We learned this a couple days ago. This is a review. Savannah.
We'll put the number in one group and the other number in another.
So what kind of groups are you referring to? Tell me a little more. Who can tell me a little more than that? Akira?
Like putting equal numbers in 2 or more rows.
Okay, go over there. Okay, look at our flip chart that we did. Go through to make an array. What does it say? Read me the definition of the array.
A set of equal groups in rows and columns.
In what?
Rows.
So what is an array?
Sets of equal.
Fantastic, Caleb. So it's rows and columns. All right, so you're going to make an array with this multiplication fact. Boys, you're going to do 7 times 7. Girls, you're going to do 3 times 9. You have 1 minute to do it. Quickly, you got to move fast. No, we're not clicking them together. Just do rows and columns. Don't worry about clicking them because it takes too much time. Jackson, I see that you're making groups of, and you're doing a great job, but I want you to make an array. Remember what is an array? Rows and columns. So what are we doing? Caleb, what are you making?
I'm making like 7 this way and 7 that way.
Perfect. So remember, a row goes across, and a column. The rows go across like this, and the column goes diagonal. Vertical. Good job, Tyson. I see your rows and your columns, making them nice. When you have finished making your array and you think you know the answer from your array, raise your hand. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, Caleb, what is missing in your array? You have started the array, but you did not fill it all the way in. Great job, great job. Good job catching it. If you want to slide these back some, Michaela, then you can just pull them down so it's not such a jumbled up mess for you. Tassie looks like she has her answer. Let's see. You're working very hard. All right, Alex, where does your array start? Is this included in your array? Okay, I'm going to push it on up here so that you can have some more space. All right. Genesis is ready. Oh, the girls had not quite so many blocks they had to do. Girls, I'm going to talk to you while the boys are finishing up. What do you notice about your array, Savannah? How can I figure out how many blocks I have in that array without counting each block?
You can count by 3 9 times.
We can count by 3 9 times. How about let's do that? Ready? Everybody use your array and count by 3s. Ready? Go. 3,
6, 9, 12,
15,
18,
21.
24, 27.
Perfect. So what is my answer?
27.
So you're telling me that 3 times 9 is 27. All right. Now, what's cool about multiplication? What kind of property does multiplication have?
Skip counting.
It is skip counting, but what's cool about it?
Sometimes it can have commutative property.
What was that, Akira? Commutative property. What is the commutative property?
When there's I don't know what they're called, but I know what they're
Okay. Can somebody tell me what commutative property is?
like, no matter which way you turn the forward or backward, but it always equals the same.
Right. Like when you're commuting to school or back home, or from home to school, it's still the same miles. Doesn't matter which way you're going, you're still going to get the same answer. So with multiplication, it's the same way. We can go 3 times 9 or 9 times 3, and both of your answers will be what?
27.
27. Perfect, perfect. Boys, have we figured out our answer? Girls, I'm going to give you one more over here while I'm talking to the boys. I'm going to let you practice one more fact, and then we're going to talk about our menu board for multiplication. Okay, you ready? All right. So we have let's do 8 times 3. Let's do that one. No, I just used 3. My bad. Let's do 5. Do 5. All right, boys. What you got? How much? You got 49?
I got 47.
Okay, Caleb, you have 47. What do you have?
I have 49.
You have 49. Caleb, let's count your squares to make sure. See what you've got.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49.
You kind of miscounted just a little bit, didn't you? Okay, that's good. Now, how is having an array for this multiplication fact helpful? You know, the girls could just count by 3s, right? But do you memorize 7? Do you normally count by 7s most of the time? No, it's more difficult to remember those 7s. So what is beneficial to having an array to help us solve our problem if we haven't memorized it yet? What is the benefit of having an array?
It helps you like count each one if you know how many there are.
Right. So you don't have to memorize it. If those really difficult ones, can we always have an array? Can you draw an array on at your seat
Yes, ma'am.
if you need to? Yes. So an array does what for us again, Alex?
Help us
It helps us to do what?
multiply.
Organize how many groups we have, right? We have 7 groups of 7. Very good. All right, boys, last one. I'm going to give you a shorter one this time. Okay? 3 times... let's do 2 times 6. Okay? 2 times 6. All right, girls, are we ready? Tyson, thank you, Tyson. You did my thumbs up. Genesis, you're taking a little bit of a minute over there, trying to fill those in. All right, Michaela, tell me what you found out.
I found out that I could do 5 right here and 8 right here.
Right, because we have 8 groups of what? 5. Multiplication is all about what? Groups. Groups of. That's all it is. We just make sure that we have equal groups. Now, can I multiply a group if I take something and I have like all these groups and then I have one extra? Can I do that? No, it's got to be into the equal groups, right? So the groups have to be equal. 8 times 5, correct? Now, Savannah, did you need to build an array for this one? What other strategy could you have used? Counting by 5s. And didn't we talk about skip counting over there? We talked about multiply by 2s and 1s, but we also, when we were talking about our strategies, our flip chart, we talked about skip counting, didn't we? And we practiced skip counting, didn't we? You can count by 5s very easily. We've learned that since we were in what? Kindergarten? So make sure that you always, sometimes if you take the time to build an array and you already can use those quick strategies, that's why the fluently happens quicker, because you can skip count by 5s. And once you do that, it becomes easier for you to do. Okay? All right, boys, what you got? 2 rows of 6. Okay, 2 groups of 6, 2 rows of 6. Caleb, what did you do? You have 2 rows, 2 columns, 2 groups of 6, 2 rows of 6, okay? All right, now, what's your answer? What strategy could you have used instead of building an array? Skip counting by 2s, okay? The arrays come in handy when you don't have those skip counting skills. Like, we don't count by 7s or 6s usually. We normally just count by 2s and 3s and 4s, 5s and 10s, okay? And so when you need the array strategy is a good strategy when you can use it with numbers that you can't skip count by, okay? Good job, good job. Let's take a minute to clean up and then we'll start our menu boards, okay?